Welcome to Natty's Crafts. I'm Natalie. I always do all the crafting. I'm not sure, again, what we're going to do today. So, as we go, just give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Be sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so that you know when the next video comes out. So, we'll figure it out. Let's go take a look. So first, we're going to make a Halloween garland using the Dollar Tree setup here. So we're just going to go ahead and cut this open. This was the $3 box of, I think it's supposed to be a tic-tac-toe board, honestly. We're going to use it as a garland. And I don't have orange paint. And so I had to ask, how do you make orange paint? So I'm taking some red and some yellow, and I'm going to make some orange paint. Now I put in not enough of, I'm not sure which color, but it was too light in my opinion, and these little MDF pieces absorb the paint like crazy. So if you have chalk paint, that would be ideal because it won't soak in as easily as this thin acrylic paint does. But anyway, so I'm just making some orange paint here and just experimenting to figure out what I can accept as an orange color. I swear I had orange last year. Not sure what happened to it. It may have dried out, is that right? But anyway, so we're going to paint our little pumpkins, and I am going to paint all sides, the front, the back, and the edges, because it's on a garland, so you'll be able to see everything. So I'm just going to paint these up. I did, I don't know, probably 4 or 5 coats. I mean, I just kept adding more and more until I got a color that I thought was acceptable. Again, if you had chalk paint, you wouldn't have to do all these coats. And then too, when you're painting, you could add some dimension if you wanted with some lines, either black or even white lines going up and down. I did not do that. I ended up trying to do that with just the orange color. So if you're looking closely at the garland, you can see that. You can't see it on this video though, but you'll see as I'm painting here what I'm doing. Here's where you can see where I'm going up and down instead of side to side to make a little bit of a line to show the depth of the pumpkin. And then I had the bats, so I painted the bats black, and I figured they can't just be a solid black. So I was looking for some sort of face to put on these little bats. So I just went to Google and searched bat face image, and I found this one, and all it had was some little eyes, and then it did have some little lines in the wings, which I tried and it didn't work for me. So I liked just the little eyes, and it looked a little bit creepy, but not like weird. So it was good. And so I'm just going to put my little eyes on all my little bats. And again, I tried to put some lines in the wings to give them a little bit more dimension, and it just didn't work for me. So I started by using pencil to get where I wanted the lines. This was part of the problem, was where do the lines go? And it wasn't right for me. It just wasn't. And I also tried some different markers. So this one was actually a glass paint marker, and it was the best. You could see it the most, but it was a little too rich, too dark, too white. So I ended up wiping it off. And so they're basically naked bats with eyes. And then we're gonna glue our shapes onto this piece of wire. What is it called? Jute covered wire? Jute wire? I don't know. Because I wanted some shape to the actual garland. So then I have to figure out how long I'm going to make this. And when I figured out how long it was, I found the middle, and that's where I started the pieces on the garland. And all I'm going to do is I'm going to use some hot glue, and then I'm going to put a little bit of tape on the back. I'm using the pumpkin as a spacer. I should have used the side of the pumpkin instead of the width side of the pumpkin, but whatever, it's fine. So I'm just using, that's why I'm putting that pumpkin in between the shapes. It's just simply for size. You could have used a tumbling tower block for that as well. That maybe would have been a little shorter, a little better. And I'm just lining the pumpkin's head with some hot glue. And I'm going to hold it down onto that jute covered wire for a few seconds, because you do need it to dry on there pretty well. And then I decided I should put the glue on the wire or on the jute instead of on the piece, instead of on the bat. So that's what I ended up doing for all of the rest of them. And then again, just spacing it out and figuring out how many I'm actually going to be able to fit on this piece that I had already cut. And then I decided again, I need to put it on the jute, not on the animal, or not on the bat. And just hold it down. And that's it. It was just that easy. I did put a little piece of tape on the back, the black electrical tape on the back of the rope as well. But I think it's adorable. You could put it on your table or on your mantle or whatever. I just was looking at my channel and saw that I magically have 932 subscribers. So thank you for all 932 of you that have subscribed. And how many years ago? 2 years ago, I think. Has it been 3 years? I don't know. But I wanted to get 1,000 subscribers for my birthday. Now that was years ago. And so it's years later. My birthday is August 2nd. August 2nd. So we have 2 weeks. Is there any possible way that y'all could get your friends together and have them subscribe so that I can have a birthday present of 1,000 subscribers by my birthday on August 2nd? What do you think? Let's try, please. Next, we're going to make a holder for the hair dryer. I know, completely different direction, but that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to use these pieces from Dollar Tree. There's this little handle I got, I think from Hobby Lobby, probably on some kind of clearance. And then these little Halloween buckets, cauldron, I think they call them. I'm only going to need one of those because I only have one hairdryer that I put in my craft room. But you could use this in your bathroom as well. I don't use a hairdryer on my hair, but you could use it in your bathroom as well. And then I'm going to need some of this very thick gauge wire because that's going to help hold the shape inside that little bucket. So I'm first just going to cut off a length that'll wrap all the way around the bucket. And then I need to cut out the middle of the bottom of the bucket. So I'm going to first make a circle just using this little white chalk paint marker thing. And then I was trying to clean off the words on this little, I think it says Happy Halloween. Those words would not come off. I was using 100% acetone and there was nothing rubbing off in any way. So I ended up just wiping it off and then we're going to end up painting that. I wanted to not have to paint it because I just wanted it shiny like that. But I could not get these words off. Hey, if you're a Halloween person, though, just leave those words on. It's cute, right? So then I'm going to take this wood burning tool in a very, very well ventilated, all the things, wear a mask, be healthy, all the things. And we're just going to remove the middle of this little bucket. And so that heat, what is it called? Wood burning tool is very hot, so it burns right through this plastic. You see all the fumes, all those toxic fumes, which is why you need to be outside or next to a window or whatever. And you're just going to follow your line that you made and get that bottom removed. So there it is, all removed. I did end up taking the little edges there as well. I did go back and take those off. Once I've taken those off, I'm just going to sand it just so that it's as flat as possible and not scratchy. And then we're going to add the piece of thick wire that we had cut earlier. We're going to add that down to the bottom of the little bucket. Again, this is simply to hold the shape of the bucket so it doesn't hang some kind of weird way. Oh, and we got to paint. I'm sorry. We're going to paint over those words real quick. So just take some black chalk paint. And just a light coat was fine. I just did one light coat on both sides because there is that little Happy Halloween on both sides of the bucket. And then we're going to go back to the wire. I'm going to put a small spot of hot glue just to get the wire to stay where I want it to be. And just hold that for a moment. And then I'm going to use this black electrical tape. I'm using black electrical tape because you cannot see it, and so it's good, and you can use as much as you need to. And I'm just going to tape the wire to the black bucket. Was this a necessary step? I don't know. Probably not. But I don't like for stuff to fall apart, and so I want it to be sturdy when my hairdryer is sitting in there because it's going to be sitting in there for a long time because I use it in my craft room all the time. So there it is, and I just hung it from the doorknob that I started with because there are these holes in my dream box. So I just put the doorknob into the drawer pull into the hole and hung my hairdryer. That's it, y'all. Simple and easy. Thanks so much for stopping by Natty's Crafts today. I sure hope that you can give the video a big thumbs up. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to subscribe. When you subscribe, you should hit the bell so you know when the next video comes out. I appreciate you coming by, and I want you to appreciate today as tomorrow is never promised. Thanks, y'all. Y'all have a great one.